2011 and 2012, I was a county executive in a rural county, and we had been struck by flooding before I came into office and when I came into office. And when I came into office, we were still trying to get the disaster relief from the previous event from before I was elected to that office. And then when we had an event, it was understood that help from FEMA would be months, if not years away in this process. And I contrast that with these folks from the USDA, and I'm sorry I don't know the exact name of these programs, but they came in at the speed of need and looked at the disaster and said, okay, we're going to authorize this and we'll reimburse you as soon as we can. These were literally roads and bridges that had been washed away, and people needed to get to work. School buses needed to go on these roads. And again, it's a small rural county budget where you don't, if you had the resources to fix it immediately, you wouldn't need FEMA. But we didn't have those resources. So that was always something that was frustrating. And I wondered why the USDA, under a much smaller program, was able to come in and do these things in a matter of days, whereas FEMA was going to take months and years. And I'm sure things have improved somewhat since then. But can you talk about how you might be able to coordinate, or how you have coordinated or will coordinate with other agencies to increase the speed? I know you have trouble recruiting the people that will go and do this assistance, but maybe those people already exist in other agencies.
Congressman Massie, I can't speak specifically to what you're talking about with USDA. I'm happy to have my team get back with your staff to find out exactly which specific program you're referencing. But there are different authorities and different jurisdictions that federal agencies have responsibility for. Some of our projects are very complex when we're going in, and it may seem like a simple project to repair a road, but it could be a very complicated project that has environmental reviews. And so we do work closely with the communities to make sure that we are understanding what it is that they want to do and they need to do. We also have the ability to do expedited project worksheets for some of the costs that they incurred early on, so we can help get them back on that road to recovery quicker. There are some other mechanisms that we can use to work with communities to help them through this process, because I do understand, I was a local emergency manager in Aurora, Colorado, and sometimes those resources readily available up front. So we do have teams that can work with communities to better understand what their cash flow needs are and how we can assist them in getting these projects off the ground.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just understand that for small rural communities, $200,000 provided within a week of the disaster is sometimes worth $2 million that's provided a year later after the work's already been done and the county's already had to put the money out. So thank you for being sensitive to that. We need help at the speed of need. Another question that I have is, the private sector employs modern technology to more accurately and in a timely fashion assess damages after an event, after a hurricane or a tornado or something like that. And a small sampling of FEMA assessments following Hurricane Michael indicated that the private sector method was more accurate in assessing damage. Has FEMA explored testing new technologies to speed up the process?
Yes, absolutely. I think that one of the things that we have actually learned through the last 2 years with COVID-19 is our ability to do some of the things that we would normally do in person using technology more. And we are continuing to gather the information of where we were able to improve the delivery of our assistance. Some cases it wasn't as effective, and we want to be able to use this technology, though, to help us advance the way that we're making these damage estimates going forward. We have always used things like GIS to help us get a better picture of what the overall intent of the or extent of the damage is, and that's really helped us get the declarations declared faster. I think we do have work to do, and happy to partner with and get information about the specific private sector methodologies that you referenced that can help us continue to improve how we are also doing that.
Thank you very much. I yield back.